In 1996, a group of concerned residents created the Keweenaw Land Trust to conserve land that was set for sale. Since then, Keweenaw Land Trust has grown its team, volunteer network, and added many more nature and conservation areas. Some residents in the Copper Country may have even visited a KLT plot without knowing. With more on the Keweenaw Land Trust's 30 years in the Copper Country is Keweenaw Bureau reporter Thomas Fournier.
Pat Tucholowski and some friends sat around a kitchen table 30 years ago. She couldn't have expected a mission to save what would become the Churning Rapids Trails would grow to conserve 25 nature areas.
When you start out an organization, you don't have a track record. Nobody knows if they can trust you, like we're protecting land forever, and what does that really look like? What does that mean? So I think the biggest thing that I've noticed is just people learning to trust the organization and wanting to contribute. They see the success of like Silver Island or our newest Silver River wetlands or Boston Creek, and those were all people that donated those lands because they really trusted KLT and they entrusted the future of those lands to the organization. And to me, that's just such a big vote of confidence.
Tucholowski says in the Churning Rapids nature area, visitors can see the efforts and the difference between unforested land and the growth that occurs in the years after walkers yell timber.
And that was the part that was like logged real heavily. And it used to look more like the northern part of that, where like the Great Oaks Trail is, and there's some really big diameter trees and things in there.
Today, KLT manages 25 nature areas and several easements that open public access to nature. Many of the areas have been donated to the trust by families unable to continue land management, happily converting places such as the recently opened Boston Creek nature area, where people can explore unique landscapes while identifying the region's animals and plants.
And as we're moving forward, we're recognizing that we need to evolve and grow. And so one of the challenges of work in land trusts and where we are is that we really have a hugely broad audience. We have a really multi-generational audience. And so that becomes a challenge, but also an opportunity when we're thinking about how we communicate with our audience, the different forms in which people get information.
Keweenaw Land Trust plans to share more details. We're celebrating 30 years of land conservation in the Keweenaw Peninsula as the community ramps up activities in 2026, including an anniversary fundraising campaign. Lauer and Tucholowski say the campaign offers a chance to support the group. With many projects earning individual support in recent years, they say some in the community may have had difficulty finding ways to support the Keweenaw Land Trust. Find more information online. For my UP News in Hancock, this is Thomas Fournier.